All right, so right now I'm getting ready to make a loaf of bread. When you come up to Alaska, there's a few things that you normally buy and don't buy, and bread is something we do not want to have to buy. Even living back in Arizona, it was something that I made on a regular basis, homemade, just because we like the flavor and the freshness. But yeah, I'm used to having my KitchenAid and a ton of counter space where I can do it, roll it out and eat it. But I don't have a whole lot of counter space, and we found a really good deal on a bread maker that I couldn't pass up. It's perfect. I'm able to dump it in here, start it up, and we are on to bigger and better projects. I don't have to keep an eye on it. So yeah, I pretty much have everything pre-measured out. 1 3/4 cup water. Depending on your bread maker, you do have to put them in a certain order. So we do like to go by what our bread maker recommends. 2 tablespoons butter. And a teaspoon of salt. And once you start making your own bread, you can kind of adjust your flavors how you'd like. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then I add 3 cups of my flour. You do like to give it a little bit of time to knead it in that bread maker, so maybe 10 minutes later I'll come back and add the rest of my flour. And then the yeast goes on top. Just sprinkle it right on there. And then I have it plugged in, and I have it set on the right time because it does a countdown on the time for you. Hear it snap, close it up, hit start, and you can hear it start kneading away. So it's getting going. And then, yeah, like I said, in about 10 or 15 minutes I'll put the rest of my flour in, which is only 1 3/4 cups. So I'll slowly add that in, and then the entire bread maker does everything from the rise, the rest, and then it even bakes it. So in about 4 hours I will be ready to take out the loaf of bread. And that's it. Okay, so our bread is done. It's been a few hours. We were able to go outside and get some firewood from our shed that we put up about a month ago and got it stacked on the back patio. Scraped off all the snow on the deck out back as well, and hooked up a new propane tank to our tankless hot water heater right inside the bathroom behind me. But the bread is done. It's saying it's got 1 more minute of baking and cooling. Usually when you take it out, you want to have a hand warmer just in case it's too hot. So that hot pad, that's going to work well. But yeah, it's kind of what it looks like coming out of here. And I just give the bottom a little bit of a twist on the bread maker. If you wanted to take the bread out, or take the dough out before it starts baking, you can take the side pin out and the bottom out so you don't have a big hole in it. But we're really not that picky. And yeah, so that's what it looks like. It does have that in there from kneading it and doing all that. But it turns out really good. It's really soft and warm. And we'll have some fresh bread tonight here with dinner. It's beeping that it's done, but it was a minute early. So yeah, so that's our homemade bread and some of the chores that we did today. I know that this specific bread maker, I mean, it's got like a raisin bread setting. If you set it on that, it does take an extra hour, but you can add in, you know, if you're gonna add in your raisins, do it at that point. I've made like green chili, jalapeno, and cheese bread before, because we do like some spicier things. But yeah, that's about it, and thanks for hanging out with us today.